Peace, guys. Yeah, another dream time from the realm of the dreams, the dream world. So this one's quite fragmented. Well, I was going to say a bit weird, but all dreams are weird, aren't they? Right, so this one now, I'm in my house. But obviously it's not my house. It's some strange long log cabin. Somewhere. I don't know. So my son now is like, oh, my mate's been wanting to see you. He wants to show you his new trainers. So obviously, I'm like, what's he want to show me his trainers for? I'm not interested in your mate's trainers. And why does he want to see me? So I'm like, okay, whatever. And he goes, yeah, I'll be around at such and such a time. So it's going on like it's some like real big deal, really, really important. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like, his mate walks through the door, like, I'm like, oh, you're right. He's like, yeah, man, it's like, oh, sorry I'm late. Traffic and all that. I'm like, okay, cool. So anyway, yeah, man, I got to show you these. So yeah, that was another thing as well. Before he come, my son showed me these trainers that he bought, and I was like, okay, so yeah, he's gonna show you me, in like person, like. And I was like, okay. So anyway, fast forward again, comes in. He goes, yeah, man. He goes, look, you gotta check these. So he handed me one, and it was like, you know them like goth type shoes, the really, really like thick sole boot type thing, like solid rubber, like a tire all the way around, like couple of inches like thick type thing. But it was like a well-known sports brand printed all over it. But it was like jet black all around, but proper goth style. I looked at it and I was like, well, that's, it's different, but I can tell you this, you'll never wear them out, because they're tough like an armoured vehicle, you know what I mean? So they will last you a lifetime, but not my cup of tea, but, whatever rocks your boat. And he goes, yeah, man, he goes, yeah, these like the top trainers and this, that and the other. I was like, yeah, cool, whatever, cool, thanks for showing me them. And he was like, yeah, man, he said, I had to show you these, man. It's like, yeah, it's the first thing I thought about. I got to show Glenn these boots, man, because I know you'd like them. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So he put his shoe back on. I looked at my son gone out. Thinking to myself, what the hell? So, lo and behold, next minute now, I'm on a football pitch. The old football pitch that we used to play on after school, where everyone used to congregate, and we used to do a thing until nightfall. So, near the 18-yard line, I had a little stereo type thing, and our jumpers and that were tossed all around it and stuff. Someone was in goals, and I was crossing the ball over to my missus's brother. So it didn't feel like childhood. It didn't feel like it was in childhood. It was, we were still now, as in normal time type thing. But the football was a pink clothes hanger. I said to my mate, I was like, how the hell am I supposed to cross this? It's a clothes hanger, man. I was like, what's happening? It's like, shut up, man, and just cross the ball. What are you dealing with? I was like, huh? So I thought, because, you know, in childhood, when there was no ball, we used to, like, in the street, play with a rock or a squashed down can of pop. So I thought to myself, maybe I'm being a bit weak here, you know what I mean? It's like we improvise, you know, I might show weakness by not being able to improvise here and cross this hanger, you know what I mean? Because I'm like one of the top dogs, you know what I mean? I can't like be seen slipping. So I'm like, right, I've got to figure out a way to cross this clothes hanger. Oh, God. So I'm concentrating now on a particular point to try and get some traction on this clothes hanger to cross it. Lo and behold, I cross it. Curls in. My mate heads it in. And even I'm shaking my head. I'm like, how the hell did I manage to do that? Furthermore, how the hell did he manage to header it? So anyway, we're playing this game of crossing the so-called ball and all of that. And so we walk back to the where the stereo is. Now, we had to go back off the pitch into the house, because the house was close to the pitch for something. I forgot what it was. And then we walked back onto the pitch, put on some music, started playing again. So I'm still bewildered by why I haven't got a ball. I'm playing with this pink clothes hanger. So, just about to cross it again, I'm in the car. So I look around, I'm like, where's the pitch gone? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So you just get on with it, don't you, in a dream? So I'm in the car. Now, to me, I recognise it as Cannock Chase. I'm in the Cannock Chase car park, but it's not the Cannock Chase car park, if you get what I mean. But as far as I'm concerned, it's Cannock Chase. Immediately, this other car pulls right in front of mine. A BM it was. This guy comes out of the car, and I'm like, what's going on here? My man's blocking me in. So he rushes over to the passenger seat. And it's like trying to get in the car. I was like, what are you doing? So he walks like around the bonnet. My lock's already down, and I'm just looking at this guy. And it's like, try my door. And I was like, I go to him, what the hell are you doing, mate? And he like just looks at me. Goes back into his car. So I'm thinking to myself, nah, man, I need to know who this guy is. So I quickly write down his number plate. I remember the number plate, you know, when I woke up. I still remember the two first letters, M, H, and then there was something else. It's weird. Fresh like hell in my mind, the number plate was. But anyway, so he speeds off. I'm like, so I follow him in my car. So we're driving around. Now, bearing in mind, I said I was in Cannock Chase. So we're driving through the trees and stuff. On this like dual carriageway in the trees, right? And I recognise it as Sherwood Forest all of a sudden now. Bearing in mind, I've never been to Sherwood Forest in my life. So anyway, going around, trying to catch up with this dude. So he parks up. I park up next to him, get out of my car. I'm like, what was all that about then, mate? What's going on here? Why are you trying my doors in my car? What's happening? Who are you? You know? So he's just there looking at me. I can't get nothing out of him. I'm like, mate, what's going on? What's happening? What are you doing? So I'm still not getting no answer. Next minute now, he's gone. the scenery's changed, and I'm going towards a supermarket. I'm just carrying on as normal, as like nothing's happened. Like I ain't had this like strange episode with this guy trying my car. So that's gone. I'm walking towards a supermarket. This dude, well, another dude's behind me. He's my mate. He's like, wait for me. I'm like, come on, let's hurry up. So we go in the supermarket, get some food, take the trolley back to my car. I'm on the plane with this trolley. But the plane's a house, right? So on the wall, it's like some board, but you know, where you like can pin notes to. There's like little hieroglyphs, Egyptian hieroglyphs. And the hieroglyphs, I pinned a couple of hieroglyphs onto this board, and that's the times of the next flight. So I've just pinned these hieroglyphs on the wall, and I'm like, oh, right, that's what time my flight is. So I'm getting ready for this flight. Next minute now, I'm down the road from my dad's house with a trolley full of food. Thinking to myself, where's my car? You know, like in the 80s when you just used to randomly walk home with a trolley full of groceries back to your yard and just leave the yard in the street. Like you used to see all these trolleys scattered everywhere around town in the 80s. So yeah, I'm going towards my dad's house with like this trolley, like proper full, you know, of groceries. I'm like trying to like negotiate it down the curb to make sure everything doesn't just like spill out or whatever. I try to hitch it back up the other end. Just round the corner from my dad's house. And then that's it. Dream stopped. So I was all over the place. Very, very scattered dream. So yeah, that's another tale from Dreamtime. From the crazy world of dreams. So, let's see what happens tomorrow. Peace.